Okay, so we are going to dye the scales on this Ozark Trail bug out style knife. Told you we were going to do it. Now we're going to do it. And we're also going to fix the off center, or try to see if that works. So what we're using is Dymore, Rit Dymore Synthetic, chocolate brown and peacock green. And I'm going to put 3 capfuls of each in the hot water. I've got one of those little teapot type things that heats the water for you. And I've already heated some up, put it in this insulated cup to start heating it up. And I'm going to start this to get it boiling. The Dymore Synthetic is supposed to be the best that you can use for this. You can use the regular. It doesn't have to be this right here. But the regular, I've seen people that use vinegar with it, and it takes the coating off of the knife metals. This with nothing extra, just this in hot water, doesn't seem to do that. You should keep it moving in there. Everybody shows that, and this is the first time I've ever done this, so but everyone shows that it should continue to move inside the solution. Now the prep on the knife, all I did was take Dawn dishwashing detergent, and you can see that it is pretty doggone clean compared to what it was. Covered it with Dawn dishwashing detergent, took an old hard bristle toothbrush that my dentist told me to quit using because I was brushing my gums off, and scrubbed it down, rinsed it off. Then I repeated and did the exact same thing again. Now that is a good dark. And instead of holding that thing, I'm gonna let it sit because that's getting hot. So we've gone a total of 6 minutes. All right, so they're cleaned off, and I'll dunk it in here. Now dump it in here. Okay guys, I have told you before, and you have seen it firsthand, I'm a goober. Do not ever dump dye into a porcelain sink. And I'm going to pause so you can call me names. Hey, that was uncalled for. But unless you have a bottle of cherry bomb sitting next to the sink to immediately clean the stain out. And it's clean. Ooh, that was close. That is so dark brown that it is almost black. I think I'm gonna get what I was hoping for. To see the coating is still good on that. Okay, so like I was saying, I think I'm going to get the effect that I was looking for, and I believe it's going to kind of be a two-tone type deal. I believe in certain light this is going to look more brown, and in other lights it's going to look more black. And because I don't have to look at it in natural light. Okay, so where the screws are, you'll notice that there's still some orange underneath them. And you look on this side for the contrast, and it pretty much looks just brown. You really don't see the green in there, I don't think. On this side, now looking at it, you know, as is at the moment, I'm not really seeing any kind of green tint. I'm just seeing brown. Um, but like I said, it's such a dark brown that in some cases I would think that was black. But what I'm going to do different is I'm going to take, and once they're done and I cool them down, pull them off, I'm going to dip them back in the dye like this to see if I can get these areas to take a little bit of dye. Uh, not again, not that I really think it's going to be necessary, because that's going to be, you're not going to see that. But at the same time, just just for giggles, uh, I'll do that. And it looks to me, or I'm looking in the monitor, and it looks to me that both scales are more brown than anything else. But when I look at it at an angle like this, that's true. When I look at them straight on, dead straight on, they look black. I got some silicone water resistant lubricant. I think I may try to put some of this in a cap, and that's what I'm going to dab on them. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And you guys tell me if this is a bad idea. WD-40 Specialist Water Resistant Silicone Lubricant. Kind of spread it outside so you can kind of see an idea of how much I'm using or actually not using. And then I'm going to try to put a dip. And I definitely recommend that you go ahead and take your clip off. And the reason why I'm going to recommend you do that is the simple fact that you may reverse it one day. You know, that is almost dead center. It might be a little bit to the right, but that's almost dead center. So, there you have it. That works. Even on these old cheap Ozark trails to recenter that blade. It doesn't matter as long as it's not rubbing. But again, you know what? You know how much of a goober I am? I am that much goober. So let's take this back off and install that spring. And then redo that centering job. And again, I mean, I can't help but kind of be proud of these springs. Over 3,000 snap opens and closes, and they still fine. They ain't showed no signs of, and that's why, this is a big fidget. It's a $10 fidget toy, and I was afraid to fidget with it. I was afraid I was gonna break it, but now I'm not. Now I tell you what, I'm gonna try to see if I can do that double-sided tightener upper myself without help, just to kind of demonstrate if it can seriously be done. So, and I'm not gonna. This is what it is. It's still loose from being over here. So I'm gonna hold it like this and just put pressure down like this. But let me loosen it up. Now I could almost swear I felt the knife give a little bit. And then let's go ahead and tighten that up. Tighten that up. Oh, of course I felt the knife give. Pushed it apart. Oh. No, I didn't. So. And that is perfectly centered. So let me tighten these up, and then I'll do some loosening up on this for adjustment. And I tell you what, I need two of these. I do have two of these, I think. think out loud a lot. Get in trouble a lot because what comes up in my head usually comes out of my mouth. And some people don't like that. Okay, so a little more. A little more. Let it one more pop. Okay, one more pop. Okay, so that's about like it was in the very beginning. No blade shake again. And I think we might, yeah, we're about where we was before. So the knife, in my opinion, is back where it was when I first unboxed it. So I'm very pleased with this die job. I don't know how it's going to hold up. But anyway, so my thought process here is it turned out extremely well. So that's all I got on this. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so very much for showing back up again. And I'd ask that you'd like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I'm going to be doing, more and more knife stuff, as well as continuing to do soldering and electronics and stuff like that. I'm not going to stop any of that. But if you look at my home page, you'll understand that I like everything, and so I do videos on everything. So until next time, I appreciate you. I thank you for showing up. I hope to see you again. Is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.